You know, Jamaica, right? Reggae, Bob Marley, jerk chicken, and stunning beaches. But what if I told you the real story of this island is a wild, epic saga of rebellion, survival, and fierce independence that'll completely change how you see it? It all starts back in the 15th century. Columbus lands and Spain claims the island, calling it Santiago. They enslave the indigenous Taino people, who are tragically decimated by disease and brutal labor. But this is just the beginning of Jamaica's story of resistance. Fast forward to 1655, the British invade, booting out the Spanish. But during the chaos, a significant number of enslaved Africans escape into the island's treacherous, mountainous interior, the cockpit country. These weren't just survivors, they were founders. They became known as the Maroons. And the Maroons were legendary. Think of them as the ultimate guerrilla fighters of the Caribbean. They used their deep knowledge of the land, setting up ambushes in secret communities that the powerful British Army simply couldn't conquer. They were led by incredible figures, none more iconic than Queen Nanny of the Maroons. She was a brilliant military strategist and a spiritual leader, rumored to have supernatural powers like catching bullets. For decades, the Maroons fought the British to a standstill in what's known as the First Maroon War. They were so effective that in 1739, the British were forced to do the unthinkable: sign a peace treaty recognizing the Maroons' freedom and giving them self-governing territory. This was 100 years before abolition in the British Empire. They won their freedom through sheer force of will. But the fight for freedom was far from over for everyone else. Jamaica became Britain's most profitable and most brutal sugar colony. The system was built on the backs of hundreds of thousands of enslaved Africans. The conditions were horrific, but the spirit of rebellion never died. Slave revolts were constant, shaking the foundations of the colonial system. The most famous was the Baptist War in 1831, led by the preacher Samuel Sharp. It was a massive uprising that, while brutally suppressed, played a huge role in pressuring Britain to finally pass the Slavery Abolition Act in 1833. Emancipation wasn't a magic fix, though. The old power structures remained, leading to poverty and injustice. But the 20th century saw the rise of new leaders. Visionaries like Marcus Garvey, a Jamaican national hero, championed black pride and self-reliance, inspiring millions around the world. Labor leaders like Alexander Bustamante and Norman Manley fought for workers' rights and began demanding something more: self-rule. This long, hard-fought journey, from the first escaped Maroon to the labor activists on the docks, all led to one pivotal moment. On August 6, 1962, the British flag was lowered for the last time, and the black, green, and gold flag of Jamaica was raised. The island, once a symbol of colonial exploitation, became the first British colony in the Caribbean to gain full independence. So, next time you hear a reggae beat or taste that spicy jerk, remember the wild history behind it all. It's a story of unbreakable spirit, of warriors in the mountains, of rebels in the cane fields, and of a people who fought for centuries to claim their destiny. Out of many, one people. That's the real untamed soul of Jamaica.